Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? Pve, hello. Vakre, salut. Thank you for lurking. Hometown Heroes, how you doing? For the stream streak, thank you for watching the streams. The Antelope, hello. A little bit cooked after yesterday's stream, but we have more to test. Didum, how you doing? How's work? Hopefully a chill day. Do we go on BTS first or BDs? I think BTS, because I want to check something. We might get stuck on BTS again. Hopefully not, because I do want to do some BDs too, but... And I have the Pve prog at 9 PM, so I can only stream like 3 hours. It's not gonna be another 9-hour stream like yesterday. We kind of must to figure out the... I probably have some clips for the build video too if I make one. So the werewolf is done. The DK dueling build is done, and I think open world just run the same except ice stuff back bar and wings instead of heart and home. Wait, what else did I change on this? I dropped something that I have on my life build. Oh, the chain, right. And you run the gap closer, of course, instead of the rev bass. Laptech, how you doing? The Lunatic, hello. What sets do you recommend to farm for Sork Werewolf builds? Savage Werewolf and Gold Thief. Oh, and the status mythic if you don't have it yet. And Domi has 1 piece or Swarm Mother. And you should be good to go. But we're gonna check things on the Sork. Because I need to figure out how to make this survive. Because even in duels you should be able to survive on this with 20k Hardened Ward and... Well, 20k Hardened Ward was not enough because you cast it, you get CC'd, it's down, you take health damage, you die, basically. Because you have no armor whatsoever. Before the DDF stacks only 26k health too. Is there anyone here? Just 2 people. So I thought, what if we don't use frag? We use stack shields instead. But I should probably check a few different ones. I'll go check the PvP tooltips here. Could also run Major Force on this spammer ball. No LSS, but... Then you lose shield size. It's not ideal. The other idea is to just not run the Font of Power, but you lose way too much damage, I think. It's also another major skilled ability. What if in duels you slot even like another major skilled ability and just use Volcanic Rune as CC. Just camp the rune and... that's stupid. It is another plus 3% magic, but... Okay, before DDF stacks we can get 26k shield. It's not enough. Oh, it's without the vitality though. So we can get 30k shield. And that's not enough. Why am I looting? Hey Jai, good morning. Like, look, if even some, like, Pve trash mobs can do this to us. Imagine a werewolf. So there has to be some solution. Okay, we have to measure vitality. It's 31k shell with TDF stack. So much would this be? How many light pieces? 4? This can't be right, but... Also lose max magical. It's 14k shell. It's not better. You lose the minor force and it's more expensive, I think. 1k more magical. Oh, that's without the vitality though. So you get 33k shell. It's 3k more than Conti, but not worth it. This is like an entire health bar, but the problem is the health bar is super squishy. So you have to do divines and infuse them. If you stack into magical. Kind of worried that we have to do some heavy set. We can't do the Alpic perhaps. Could do heavy set then reinforced, then should be tanky shield after that. So we can also make the shield harder to break than it is right now. We get to 30k resistances though. Well, with the trainee at least, but this was heavy, this was reinforced. Could maybe get to like 40k. Maybe that's the way. Lose all of max magic though, doing that. And then you stack the shields as well. Then maybe it's tanky enough. Just need to find some good crafter set. I just made fun of it yesterday, but Shackle Breaker, I don't fucking know. I'm going crazy. Hey Kumi, how you doing? Where's the items at browser? I can't find it. Am I blind? Fully blind. Oh. Try Dragon's Appetite on your werewolf. That is Dragon's Appetite. I don't remember if I tried it, but it's not gonna be good. Stroke 1 unit quality for the heals. And so as werewolf is like between 10 and 20% damage. And the Warden 1 unit is 10 for the full uptime on stage effect, so you get your Class Mastery active at all times. And you need the Ares, because Ares is just, again, like between 10 and 20% damage. No, this thing build, what's up, Kamal? We could try to figure out the this thing build too. Just trying to figure out what to do on the max rock. If you dual werewolves, maybe you could do, like instead of frags, for example, you could do, because they will be spamming dots, alright. You could run mines, perhaps. There's no snare and root removal, but just camp these and they hit really hard. Something like that. Problem is, I think the mines can be blocked, right? You just walk into them with block and they do no damage. This thing on Stamsrock, maybe it's decent. Also, what's going on with my settings? What the hell? Okay, that was weird. MJ, how you doing? What would you say is the best race for DK, mainly Magicka? It depends on the build you wanna do. But I mean, I can't go wrong with Breton on any Magicka build. Breton's very solid. You could also do Kashid if you wanna do Acuity in particular. Dark Elf is good as well. Gives you the mitigation against other DKs. Trial by Fire plus buff of the Swift angle. You could craft Trial in heavy, that's the thing. Has 0 max magic alliance, which makes me extremely sad. So we'd be losing 5k worth of base stat Magicka. Yikes. Buffer is a light set, sadly. Is there any procs that are decent? I don't remember there being any. We can never proc Appetite on this, also has no magical lines on the 2-4. Nah, like these are all terrible. Oof. Coming from Common Cold, doing well, are you? A little bit cooked after yesterday, but doing alright. Just trying to fix the remaining builds. Beton Kasi Dark Elf. Ja, tuossa oli top 3, I would say. Isanas, how you doing? Fingernail, hello. Use Sergeant's Mail on Wolf yet? It's meta. Sergeant? I don't know about that one. Some hevetä kavua. I'm like says lights at Diddle. Would probably be decent healing. 7k over 3 seconds. It's without the sun buff to 7.6k over 3 seconds. Without the DDF. Maybe it has to be a trial by fire. Can't lose so much magic at all. If you lose that much magic, maybe you just drop the font of power too at that point, and then you have an entirely different build at that point. Making like the shield really tanky instead of having a 20k hardened. So I don't think there's a way to get 20k with trial by fire. Not without like Impure Physique. Impure Physique changes things. There's the insta do damage. It's a 2-second cooldown per target, but Alphic backbar rallying. But rallying is terrible. It's really bad this patch. I tried it. I tried rallying on DK. It was dog shit. You're better off with Maras if you want a like a defensive backbar. Okay, let's see. Fully buffed would be 7.4k apparently. This with 67k magical, 8k. And it's over 3 seconds. If it does 8k every second, then maybe, but it's also affected by Bell Spirit. Meanwhile, you could do just some like banner and the damage shield thing, and you get 7k every 3 seconds. That's 14k tooltip shield, basically. So I could also do something like this and just run the major bleeds here. And yes, I know it says 1.9k shield, but you drop this. And so the Sphere of Influence. And now you have a permanent 7.5k shield that refreshes every 3 seconds. It's going down because the DDF stacks are running out. So this is one option, but I don't want to do this because then you lose a lot of damage. But you might have to do this if you do the trial by fire approach, because Poly Font of Power is not that much value anymore. The moment you start running things other than magic stacking. But we can test it. We can test it. Yeah, also Scarlet Seiden. Font with this, but the Shieldmaster was good as well. Yeah, there's two. This one can work with very specialized things, like the banner and Obseek passive proc set, but it's a smaller shield. This one is the bigger shield, but it scales based on max health, so you're gonna have to build max health. And that's what I would do on Stamsor, just conservation and calculate defense. It makes you quite tanky. It's any Sork ability or ability to cast time, so if you play with Dizzy Swing, the moment you start casting Dizzy Swing, you get this damage shield. So it could be decent, actually. So otherwise you have to run some like Crystal Weapon if you want the shield on your spammable. It's like, what else do you run as a Stamsor? Can't really spam frags, can't really spam the... I tried this, by the way, I tried this in duels. Off stream a couple of weeks ago, I tried Saturn Spines, but it was not that amazing. Maybe just Werewolf you want to run it. It's Maze of Maim and a root. Just force dodge rolls 24/7. and reduce the incoming damage by a lot. But yeah, you need some cast time, I believe. So this swing, flurry, would not run flurry, but technically it is an option. A torch scribe skill. Oof. Yeah, I'd like to keep this as a one shield build. I don't like shield stacking as a playstyle. It's not my thing. Trial by fire was Rothgar, I think. Yep. So the upside of this is that we can do 2 more heavy pieces. And we change all of the traits. Get a fuck ton more armor. Trial by fire bugged. I think it is, but I'll test it, see if they fixed it. Because I tried on live in duels and it was like if I looked at the MX graph for armor, it would like spike up and then just immediately drop down. Which was weird. Because there's a graph here. Would be like a long duel and it spikes and drops and spikes and drops and... Don't resistances do nothing on shields. No, resistances do reduce the damage you damage your shield stack as well. What's the point? So there's 2 ways to make shield stack. It's resistances and the other one is just making the shield itself bigger. Giga old school, what is this? I think Sork is gonna be second best behind Werewolf. Maybe even better for open world, because you do have Streak and Infinite Magicka, so you can just escape the Zergs, right? On Werewolf you can try to outrun them if you're fast enough, but is that gonna be enough? Armor Master, now that's an interesting one. Sadly, it's only on the bar you slotted on the max health, so you could backbar it for the armor, but you'd have to run dampen magic and light armor. Oh, and you have to run the shield on the back bar, when all of your max magicka is on the front bar. That's no bueno. So you're gonna have everything here, right, with the Ancient Grace and... We can also back bar a 5-piece, I forgot about that, because you have Ancient Grace. Ancient Grace, by the way, that's basically crafty. The 3-piece. Get 1k magicka and 2.4k max magicka, and crafty is just ignore the like 3 and 4 line or 2 and 3 line. You get 100 more max magicka from a crafty 5-piece. Otherwise it's the same. So you get same value as the crafty 5-piece here. Which is kinda indicative of how bad crafty 5-piece is, but maybe that's why we can also think about replacing it. And I think you just need armor. Perhaps. Hopefully sustain is not gonna be too terrible afterwards. Embarkation to lose, oh no. Calling all the vanguards. Or all the vanguardians. Not much. Found some apparently old movement tech. What did you find? Struggle with your Blade Master tier crafting. Banner's iconic for the aesthetics, but kinda fucks the bars up. Yeah, it's 2 skill slots. You can kinda save the snare and root removal. And like have crit buff if you do the snare and root removal banner with Major Prophecy and Savagery, so that way you can consolidate the skill slots, but not always always a good idea then. Black Rose Resto. How much would the I wonder how much would the tulip be on that? So you could run it here and do major breeds here. Technically. You lose minor brittle, so no ice stuff with DLSS, but it's not like you have full uptime on that anyway. The problem is it would be back bar again, so you lose out on the max medical. Need to sort out rest stuff real quick. Would be a bit more ideal than the Waterstone though. It's not a bad call at all. Fully infused still. Could be defending too. Actually defending. Oh no, infused because we have the font of power. If we switch out font of power, we definitely want the defending instead. Where's damage? Do I have one? No. Oh, so what is this common linked? I'll check that in a moment. Why infuse with font? Because you want more base weapon spell damage. Because you have a huge modifier for it. It's kind of what you lack in normally. Just use the base weapon spell damage. So if you play this with a... if you play this in a group and someone gives you major courage or a minor courage, all of that gets a ridiculous amount of value. Because it gets the plus 38% from Font of Power. On top of your like major brutality and sorcery, of course. So if you have minor sorcery from someone or brutality, you have a 68% modifier. Or any buff that you get. So that makes the extra weapon spell mass from infused a lot more valuable. Okay, so this one is, does it scale based on which bar you're on? 2.2k? Oh, right, the vitality is only like 3 seconds, right? 2.3k. No, it's probably buffer. 3.1k. It's actually pretty decent heals. But it's only if your shield is up. Still, you could maybe like Hardened Ward, Shriek, cast this. And I think they have to break the Hardened Ward first. Vigor be better with font? I don't think so. Because you don't really have the stam sustain for it, I think. If you also get in CC and whatnot, you could run it here instead of Aegis, for example, but I kind of want to spam Hardened. Because you already heal with that one, and you have the conservation to heal you up behind the shields, ideally, but problem is that you just get bursted at the moment. Also, the heal from this is going to be stronger based on the missing health, so if you're low health, then it's a lot more healing from the healing ward as well. You want 8k, does it update? No, it's snapshots, right? Do you like this idea though? The BRP resto, very old school. Wait, how big is the shield? 7k. And there's 2 major breeds here. Lose out on the LSS, the burning and whatnot, but it's not like we have shattered paths, so it's not that much damage. But I kinda also want to do the trial by fire. The healing's gonna get buffed by the heavy, but we do lose a lot of max magical. See how much this is gonna be. If we had a 67k previously. Oh, oops. Don't do the usual enchants on this. Still try to stack the magic as much as possible. And we kind of need to change the traits as well. Is there a transmute station here? No, they didn't add one. That's weird. Because they added transmute stations to random locations. Not to IC, apparently. Like, that was one of the big quality of life changes in this patch, was the transmute stations in the open world, but not where you really should have one, apparently. Classic sauce. The good news is that we have 29k health now, before DDF, not 26. It's like plus 10% health. Which is gonna go down a bit, because we get the armor now. And I think we do Impen, because that also makes the shields tankier. Like we're just making some troll tank at the moment. We'll keep the arcane, like I'm not gonna go protective there, it's too much. Place have a 12 plus Kotif on your Sork, Werewolf, do 5 heavy. Was it 5 heavy? I don't think it was 5 heavy, I think it was like 4 medium, 2 heavy, 1 light, something like that. I can check in a moment. So we're still at 50k Magicka, but 50k Magicka is bad. It's really bad. Ay, it all went down a lot already. But on the bright side, we're at 34k resistance now. Shield went from 20k to 14k though. But that's without the vitality. So this is one option, but what about... there's also a set called Order of Diagna that could be interesting. Because we'd get more healing received and we'd get the minor vitality which buffs the shield size. And now we have to cast the healing ward before. We get 22k shield, but that's with 2 shields, not 1. 23k. $18k shield, I think. Is that with the... It's kinda hard to tell because I don't see the major vitality. Trying to see where the buff is, but my trackers are kind of a mess on PTS. Okay, I should have it here, right? I didn't see how much the shield was. Buff food running out. Oh, thanks. Okay, shield be gone. 50. No, this is terrible. 15k shield. What? 10k less max Magicka. And you're kind of running out of Magicka now with the heavy. Hey Atom, how you doing? I have one website that built this one? No, I'm just testing. It's far from ready. Actually, I'm not very happy with this build at the moment. I don't think it's gonna be enough at all. Also, how much is the font of power now? 30%. I don't know if it's even worth it. Can actually see how much we get from it, I think. It works from the exploitation passive. Just be able to see here, font of power. Also, how does this work? I forgot. So if you cast the Hardened and then Healing Ward, Which one breaks first? Well, they both broke, so it's gonna hard to tell, but... 3k heal, 3k heal, 3k heal. So I think you need to cast the healing ward first. Oh no, hardened first and then healing ward. And you protect the healing ward behind the hardened. Ah, I see, okay, so this kinda works if you spam in the hardened. And you like hardened ward shriek. And you cast this, and they have to break the hardened before the... before they can get rid of the healing you have. It's healing for like 2k per second, which is about the same as Vigor. But I don't know if this is ever gonna be sustainable, unless I change things. Have to run like clockwork food or something. Get some Mac regen. It sounds fucking wrong. You should never have to do any Mac regen with conservation of energy. Also we do way less damage than before as well. I don't know about this. There's no stage effects on the mobs, so I can't really test the max armor that we can. But it should be 40k, right? It's 8.5 if you have any elemental stage effect on you. So it should be 40k armor. With the 50k magicka. Play Triune and Werewolf, yes, Triune. On both of them. The Sork and the Warden. Oh right, Rat's Strike is good because of the font of power as well. I mean, I could test if I can duel on this, but it's probably not gonna be too great, I think, in duels at least. In open world I could just keep the 67k magic instead of going down to 57k. Yeah, except there's no one here. What if we stack 3 shields, not 2 shields? Drop the frag and now we do on this instead. 45k shields. But that's in PvE though. Have like a defensive rotation, I suppose, every few seconds, and then you do two wield souls and you have to do it again. There's all magic abilities, so I should be running light armor too. That's the other problem with this. Like, all of this is a lot more expensive now. Just gonna try some rotations on this, I guess. We'll do this into this. And now you have to recast the shields already. And this is why I don't like shield stacking. You spend all your time just casting shields instead of doing damage. You get one spammable and Haunting Curse. And you're supposed to kill things with that. And you run out of resources if you don't have the light, so I need to change that. I think we go back to crafty, even though it's squishy. Maybe this is sustainable. We have a huge 15k DPS doing this. And you run out of magic still. God damn it. No damage, no, if you stack shields you just never have enough damage. But this is too squishy, it just dies too easily. And you also run out of resources still, which is insane. But it's still kinda meh even if you play it normally. Oh god, keep in mind we don't have the LSs now. So we do 33k, 32k. Don't actually lose that much by not having LSs. We lose some DPS, but like this you can sustain and then you skip the hardened up. That's the idea. Pay attention to shield size and just refresh it when you don't have a lot of shield up or you're CCable. But the DPS is still bad, because I get 50k on the werewolf. It's 4 seconds of major vitality, so it lasts not the full duration of healing ward, but why is this only 4 seconds? They should make it 10 seconds like the healing soul. Trying to make max shock work. Stam shock is better. Because I wanna play both. And max shock probably better is probably better in open world, right? Because this magicka turns into infinite streaking, so you can just escape zergs and never die. Until you have some ganker on you and you just get one shot or you shield was down, because the build is too squishy. Which ones that boost LSS damage along with Mythic? Trokin is the best one. What's Skybot? Trokin would be the best option. Wait, what do I have on this? Minor resolve. Oh, you also get the shield if you cast healing ward, right? if you have the class mastery. Could be pretty good. Skills based on max magic. We just lose damage basically, but maybe we lose less damage than with the trial by fire. Or with the Giga shield stack angle. We just have nothing else than this and the curse store. And streak. It's a bit less damage than we had earlier, but not that much less. I have the damage reduction on the banner, but it could be cost reduction. Maybe that's the answer, because everything's really expensive. 3.8, 3.4, 2.4. Oh, I'm a fucking vampire. Of course. That does not help sustain, but still a bit sketchy. Where's the... Try Druid. Get more HP and still some okay max magicka. No, I have better than Druid. I have 2-piece training. Or what do you mean? If you're stacking magicka and you need health still, 2 training is better than Druid, and it's better than the Druid and training. 5-piece Druid. There's no way that's better than Alphic, right? I know it scales up, but max health, max magicka, max time gonna pointless, and 5-piece is 1.5k max magicka. That can be good though. Every time we get a stem line, it's basically useless. If instead of stamina it had magicka, then it would be worth it probably. After like 5-piece you could just go like 12-piece Druid or something crazy like that, but the stam is completely wasted. But we could try drop a little bit of magicka and do like impen on the body piece at least. Maybe that's the answer. Because now we have, also I can change the weapon to depending without font of power. Because I think now we have, how much health? Because you always have this damage shield. Just 24/7 on you. Oh, also this was supposed to be cost reduction. Okay, so 33k basically, before any buffs. I think minor is always the best one. Could get minor courage as well, but... or minor berserk. But we don't have to resolve. And we lost minor protection. There's no Aegis. Hey, Lone Wolf, how you doing? Just wanna see the shield size. If we cast one Hardened, we get 22k, 21.6k shield now. We also have the Class Mastery. So we should be tankier with this, but we lose a lot of damage without the Font of Power. And now if you cast the Healing Ward, let me see what happens if we have some mobs on us. Oh, that 21k was without the Major Vitality, by the way. Okay, so it protects the healing ward behind it. You see, like, we still get the full healing until a few attacks after. Hey, Kiban, how you doing? What make is best for Stam Shock next patch? It's a good question. I haven't tried a lot of Stam Shock builds yet. I've seen people run Shattered Paths though. Should still be really solid. So that's one. And I think Polymonomyth is still very viable on a lot of builds. DDF could be good with the Class Mastery. So probably one of those three. Maybe even Gauge Cities. If you stack max health, it's pretty good. Wait, what is this heal again? I'm not hitting anything. Oh, maybe I was hitting something. Okay, so we can have like 33k worth of shields in PvP. Healing Ward into Ardent. Ardent into Healing Ward. You have the... Every shield cast, it doesn't stack with itself, but it refreshes the shield size. So you get the 5.7k shield. So with 65k max magicka. We lost 2k max magicka, but we gained the crit resistance. Maybe that's worth it. I think this is fully sustainable now. The damage is probably bad. Did something last night with your pure stun blood that ended up being kind of insane. Using Unleashed Rally Roxanne. From dual to Desert stuff, blue stage Roxanne's drop tap after light for just front by LSS. It's kinda crazy being able to do crazy range damage with like LSS, then doubling jabs. Wonder if it would be better to run Draken or Threats for more stage effects. I don't think Threats is worth it unless you do ice stuff. It's usually like 8% damage on average. No, that can definitely work. It's worth a try. We dropped the Buff the Light though. I really like the Buff the Light for the burst damage. Because that's only pressure what you have on that build. Where's the burst on that? How much is this draining my magic? 300 every 2 seconds. It's 400 stam every 2 seconds. Wanna play shields, why not go max health? Imperial 3 pieces on health, maybe guess you could easily reach 45k, shield should be around 15k. Instead of max medic, you can play 3 piece bloodthirsty. I would do Triune if I want to stack the health. Also gives you some damage, but I wanna do that on Stem Sork. On Max Sork I just want to stack max medical. We can kinda do that with this I guess, but now the spell damage is 4.7k, so we lost 2k spell damage. Which kinda sucks, but I don't know what I can do about that. Is there anyone on BTS? Can go to Riften, but if there's no one on BTS, I'll just... I guess we can set up the Stem Sork. To have the character ready, just need the gear. Have an idea of what to do on that. Everything else rolling, plus Downshot AoE skill that boosts jab damage. Jabs hit hard with all the Sundet box. Yeah, they do, but still want to burst damage usually. At least like one burst skill. So I think that's an issue with a lot of the builds people have, is that they're like, oh, I'm gonna make a pressure build. No, I'm gonna make a burst build. You kinda need both. You can't just make a pressure only build and have it be optimal. Or a burst only build, because then you have obvious weaknesses. If you can't burst someone, then you can't kill them. If you can't pressure someone, then you can't kill them if you play only pressure build. So you kinda... You can run into situations where you find a lot of fights that people die very easily in. Because they die to your pressure or they die to your burst, but you don't have the flexibility to kill different people. That's why having something like Path to Light for the big burst, or a bow proc, or a sharks, or like stuff like that is kinda necessary, I feel like. Silent Control, how you doing? There's no one here, so I'm just gonna hop on to Stem Sork. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you. Much appreciated. It says werewolf, but I'll make the normal Stem Sork on this too. Should probably rename the character.
Party mode has been unlocked.
Oh shit.
Spam your memes.
Pve, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you.
Song in chat.
We have some... It's party time. No, shut up, dude. Also, what is this?
They say you don't choose love.
What the fuck is this? I'm getting trolled by the fucking AI DJ.
Not in a tavern, but in the stream chat, while discussing
Yes, or rap.
nuances of the Templar meta.
Thought the Pve weekend was going to be better, but was a snooze fest.
In the oven.
Yeah, it's Capture Relic, so
Left. Keep this train alive.
it's not the best game mode. I think it's way better in Teamverse Team. The one thing that's better in 3-way BDs, I think, is Chaos Ball. But maybe it's because there used to be only one Chaos Ball.
Train king.
Not as 3 for some reason.
The temporary kind, but I saw forever in your design.
That Path to Light back in there would have to drop price against time. Yeah, no, you can't for open one. Gecko, no. Yeah, I think it's random genre that it chooses, right?
You speak to dissimilar soul.
What the heck?
Change. You make the stream a whole. It's a romance.
Chat. Your brand new track is ready.
No, what is this?
Level up the train to unlock it.
The battle is rough.
What the fuck is this? Mullekin, how you doing?
Coffee in hand. You mentioned the aroma.
It's so stupid.
I understand.
Ai, okei. Well,
Caffeine shakes. Meet your morning brew. Every
safety avu. Oh, someone's asking about the armor weights earlier. It's too light. Correction, too light. 3 medium, too heavy.
to the silver, let's clean. Okay, now speak to decimal soul. With every letter change, you make the stream a whole.
This is so stupid.
Time remaining 2 minutes.
By bits and healing scars, it's our deal. The battle is rough, but you
I was gonna do Beacon of Oblivion. 7% healing and damage is probably worth it. Really good to the 4. Steam max health, has max armor. We do max health. I think the idea was Gotiv as well. So it was Beacon of Oblivion Gotiv. Is what is an ice pack or something like that?
This love is fading. The train is slowing down. Can we survive? Or will we disconnect? Who has the prime? Who has the gift? Save the train. Save the
Time
Could do like 3 heavy probably.
1 minute. 2 subs to level up.
Who will save the date? Don't let the train meet its fate.
There's some Christian rock. It's gained Britain all over it. True actually.
Speak to decimal soul. With every matter change.
True.
It's all
30 seconds.
That on the
Time
insurer.
is running out.
powered by bits and healing scars. And zero deal. The battle is rough, but your synergy is more than
It's gonna be trying.
There is only 12 seconds left.
Oh, that's the AI music. Hope you guys enjoyed. Level 1, do we get the with an emote?
Train has
Just on level
reached
2.
its destination.
Famous in Desino Beats, wearing robes with the sun on his back, wind blowing through his hair, beard with the song playing in the background. What the hell? Me outside? So put back the usual music. Thank you for the support again. Always appreciated. In Germany again, I have no idea. No clue. I think Domios is still worth it. Oh, wait, this 4 heavy now. Too light? No, we need more medium, I think. Even though the max out stacking is really nice. Or maybe try 4 heavy. Let's just try this first, I guess. Is the Gotif and Jab builds stack slightly faster than instant cast kills weaved? Yeah, it's on... I think there's a cooldown on stacking it up, but you don't land weaves exactly every 1 second. So the Jabs are more likely to stack it, basically. if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's half a second, okay, well, no wonder. So every second tick of jabs is gonna stack it. I think we do too well fit still. It's one impen, reinforced on the heavy. Ryan on the chivalry. Just need the Waters run. It's gonna be like the only ability that doesn't proc the class mastery, I think. And the 7% is also gonna buff the blood magic heals. It's quite important. Hey Kokra, how you doing? Merhaba Kares. From watching you build videos, now you make your own build. Hello to your Oakwater Pestilent host build. Wait, how do I say hello to a build? How does that work? How you doing? Did you finish the... and probably not, but did you finish the Dead Space yesterday? I saw you were streaming it, but didn't have time to tune in. We do charge still on this. No, not yet, okay. I guess we run... Hardened wood on this too, makes sense. A big hill behind it. Having a pet wouldn't be bad now. Get more, even more max health, but don't think we wanna do that. Do you wanna set the pets on this? Doesn't make sense on this build, I think. I think it's good old monomid, especially if you have the shield on the back bar. Although it could also be DDF, it could also be Chaos Cities, so there's some other options too. Actually, Chaos Cities would be insane value, right? Put it there, and Beacon... Domihos here, Beacon here. We probably don't need to hopefully block that much. So you can always dodge soul, or streak away, or just do anything and you get a damage shield and you can block anywhere. T damage down to damage shield, so maybe the max armor make the shields tankier and health reason is gonna be more valuable. PTS, Age of Subclass is over, very much so. If you subclass, you're doing it wrong. Next bets. I think we do 3 well. We have to dodge so a lot on this, I think. Lots of reinforced. This should be reinforced. In BT? Oh, I see. Till last 1 year. Good. Redone subclassing. Which classes are going to be the worst next bats in PvP? Sork Werewolf, Warden Werewolf, probably Max Sork and Open World. DKs are still very strong. Warden has a lot of damage, but they're both sustain. And what else? It's the main ones to worry about, I guess. Maybe Stamsork is good too, I need to test it still, but... I don't doubt that this is gonna be tanky, but... I worry that it's not gonna do enough damage to pressure people. Arcanist Assassin hits hands? Ooh. More than Nightblade perhaps, but Arcanist is kinda meh. What's pro? I think we'll be able to defeat Werewolf in 1v1 next bats. If there's a skill diff, then DK can kill a Werewolf, I'm pretty sure. If there's no skill diff, then it's a stalemate. And Werewolf vs Werewolf is a stalemate as well. Everything else dies. I think. Maybe some Necro Troll tank can stalemate, but... I don't think you kill Werewolves on... Or maybe a Stamsork can kill Werewolf if there's a skill diff. If the Werewolf has a bad build, for example. Maybe. Big Brain Cochran. It's the Brock Best and Toast, that is in IC. Some 4K ticks. But you could just Master Lock for that. Oh, we don't have Master Lock on this build, but it's probably fine. 2H ulti should also proc the damage shield. If there's a cast time. Let's confirm that. Yes, it works. So if you go 2H ult and you get hit while you do the channel, it's fine. It's just your damage shield that eats everything. Now the question is, do we do this thing or do we do Breaking Bow? Major Berserk or the ability to stun people in melee range without having to shake. I think you do this swing. I believe it is a DC angle. I guess you have armaments here and Violent Ward is back bar, Hurricane, Curse, LSS. There's space for one skill. Or like Crystal Weapon, maybe Frag. Just... has to be a Sork skill or a skill with a cast time. Also, that's why I didn't like Vigor. This patch is because you don't get the damage shield. That's another reason why I'm not a big fan of it. There's no other way to get Minor Resolve. Or like no other good ways to get Minor Resolve. Maybe banner, you don't have to really cast it. But then we lose a skill here. We could have no frags, I guess. No vigor, run the banner, but we don't have the other class mastery. So I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, let's see what kind of shields we get in PvP, I guess. Also get the Bastion naturally. Put that away. We're gonna be using our ultis again. Once vitally pains refutes survival instincts. It's probably fine. No fortified, but oh well. Max stam is important. Push nature of fighting finesse. Yeah, seems fine. I want to see how big the heal is behind the hardened ward. Just a guy in Alikir 1v1 with your Warden Meta Destroyer. Like something, what do you think? One snipe to some to the KSP NPC. First exosuit. Is it? How long is the duration on the... Oh yeah, it's only 3 seconds. You definitely do this swing, I think. So we get a 12k shield and the big heal behind it. And for half a second you get 9k shield. So any ability cast you get a 9k shield. It's kinda insane. Just go around bonking people. You have the armaments and frags. And the gold thief. Yeah, could maybe work. Sort of a different burst. Like my Garnet. Yeah, but there's no way to run it with cash cities. What's bases? How you doing? Oh, no armor pot. Armor pot's 37k spell resistance, 35k physical. You should be kinda tanky on this too. Also, I should probably do sword, 2-hit sword instead of the maul, because we have onslaught. So that's one way to improve this. Wait, how much is the blood magic? I need to lose some health to actually proc it. So we get a 2.6k heal if it doesn't crit, 4.2k with crit. It's on every ability cast. It's like another Vigor basically, or more than Vigor. Because Vigor is 1.7k ticks. It's gonna be very clunky to play on PTS compared to live. Time is Bowsork. No, it is not Bowsork yet. I do have an idea for Bowsork though, we can quickly set it up. I like the track into Bass with Gold Thief. You have the OB stance or the DC stance as well, so you can do DC into frag. Or DC into armaments into DC into frag. Into Gold Thief proc. Maybe onslaught before all of that. Some ideas. It's gonna take a lot of practice to play this well, but... Should be tanky. Should be tanky. 35k plus resistance and 46k health. And the Giga shields on everything. It's kinda disgusting, the shield, actually. 8.8k, that's the... that's about what your healing soul heals for, on Warden, for example. It's pretty much just a burst heal. Same as 16k tulip in PV. Or 17.6k. If I'm spamming Hardened, that's 21k per cast. But you can't really spam it forever. Amplify the heal with Scribe and Vibrant. That is an option, yeah. But the problem with that is that when you do I mean, maybe in duels you could just not run Streak, right? And do the Wild Soul stun, for example. But the problem is that you don't get the damage shield when you do that. So you have that like one second of not having the Giga shield on you. What's the race? This is an Orc. What's up, Big Devil? Could be a different race too. I do like Orc though. Both the move speed and the just damage, but... Could be like Nord, for example, with this kind of build where you have a lot of health scaling and armor. Could be good value. And infinite sustain. Or what should be basically infinite sustain, I think. Front to 3600. Is it been PTS as well? Yes. Buffs the shield too. Yeah, it does. It's just kinda need to use the ability every 10 seconds. But in duels maybe it's doable. I don't think it's worth it in open world. Like, what do you drop for it? Do you drop the frag? It's like one of the funniest things about this, where you do the Gotif and frag proc. Can drop armaments, can really drop the Hardened Ward. The thing with Hardened Ward is that you get the Giga Shield as well. It's kind of like casting... Let me actually show something funny. Poor Arcanist, man. Poor Arcanist. You get half a second, 21k shield, and then 12.2k afterwards, right? Cool. Let's open Arcanist for a moment. Because I do have an Arcanist sub. I'm gonna cast the Rune Ward in IC, and it's just sad what they've done to Arcanist. Is your health that high? It's just Triune and Gauge this 4 heavy, I think it was. Hey Jack, how you doing? Hello. So I'm pretty sure the Arca Shield is gonna be less on the Rune Ward. Think about trying next patch. It's interesting. It's interesting. No more subclassing at least, but gotta figure out a way to survive the werewolves. I was thinking of Templar too, like how to fix it. I was doing some duels yesterday, but I think it's a Mara angle next patch. On most builds you have to run it. Just a question of back bar Mara or double bar Mara. Maybe on Templar double bar. But werewolves are giga damage, and DKs you probably have to run Mara or something to survive them. I was surprised how good Mara's was. Tested it yesterday. Okay, let's cast the Rune Ward. So it was 12k shield, And 21k for 1 second. This one is 14k and then you have 3k afterwards. Compare it to the Sork Shield we just had earlier. Like, sure, we have less health on this, but it doesn't scale that much. Like, it won't be as much as the Sork Shield. And right now the shield after is 1/4 of the Sork Shield. And the instant shield is less than what you get on Sork with the class mastery. And sure, if you have Crux, you get the heal behind it. That's the only reason to run Rune Ward. But it's a bit... Kinda describes Arcanist, I guess. You would have Major Vitality normally from Class Mastery, but even with Major Vitality, you're not gonna get 4 times as much shield size as on Sork, or double here with the other morph. You'd have to double the shield to have the Hardened Ward. The Hardened Ward also heals you behind it. It's kinda like a 2 Crux Rune Ward, I guess. Or 1.5 Crux Rune Ward, roughly. Better on Bowsork? I'll show you what I would do on Bowsork. I can set it up. Wouldn't Weird be better than better backpath than Maras? It has less cooldown, but you also benefit a lot from the healing. Especially against werewolves and DKs, because they're constantly reapplying debuffs on you. With the wildfire and all of the status procs on werewolf, all the hemorrhaging, sundered, whatnot. You proc Maras on cooldown, 100%. The heal part of it. And you kinda need more healing, I think. On pretty much anything. But yeah, I'll show the Sork idea here. I would not do Healing Soul, I think. On this either. Or the Wild Soul. Like, it's even more important to streak, actually. I need to save this build. And by the way, you could run something like Bloodthirst as well. It could be very interesting. Make like a dual build version of this. Even though Bloodthirst normally is just very terrible. You could have the same build except with dual build ulti. And Bloodthirst. Because then you get the damage shield and you heal behind the damage shield. Make sure you saw that. Oh, also I need a Great Sword, right? Great Sword or 2-8x? What's my crit sense? Probably not very high. 25% without the... We can cast a frag, right? 31%. What's my crit damage at? 60%. We would benefit quite a bit from more crit damage. So maybe it's a 2-8x angle. Just a bit better for the burst as well, I suppose. And you do charge for the sounded procs from armaments and DC swing and... What if we have fear poisoned? Oops, don't need that. What is poison disease? This should work, right? It's a bit more cast time though. You can get... you can take damage towards the end of the channel. Kill you for 42% of the damage cost. You broke a lot of crit shots with the blood push too. Wait, it's not working? No fucking way. I have the passive, right? When while beginning to use a sorcerer ability or an ability with a cast time. So not channel time, has to be a cast time. Okay, so you can't really use it with Bloodthirst. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Unlucky. You can check if it's bugged. Could be they just forgot that ability exists. It's so terrible. Let's make another channel. Doesn't matter what we run here. So this should also not give you the shield. Okay. Also does not work. So it's only cast time abilities. They really want people to play with this thing apparently. Just save this build, I guess. It's not Dark Deal. Hell no. I mean, technically you could run Dark Deal instead of the Hardened Ward, but I don't know. Gets you the weapon spell and mass, but... Or the Minor Berserker, I mean. But you don't really need to sustain. It's better to have the Giga damage shield. That also heals you. Okay, Bowsork. That's what I would do on Bowsork. I think we keep everything the same. What of the nerf? Yes, because there's some tech with it that keeps it usable. Or should keep it usable. I have to test it, of course, but... This needs to be charged. Scrapped Mastery? No. You want the damage shield every skill cast. Maintain tankiness. And there's a way to do that. And I think you did overload on this too. I think that was the idea. Maybe this was supposed to be something else. Maybe it was rally back bar. Kind of forget. So I can show the idea here, I guess. You just rotate these two basically. And every Mage's Threat also spawns a monolith. Even if the target is moving. Has a 2-second cooldown. So that makes your Mage's Threat a spammable, basically. But I need to get in the habit of it. This needs to be every second skill cast. Hit rat. Funny didn't have the set travel time. Yeah, it's a bit delayed, but you kind of force your opponent to spam dodge souls. Not supposed to have the Vates on here, by the way, but... just gotta get in the habit of casting the... I already fucked up there, because I went armaments into crystal weapon, which is wrong. You can't do that. As you see this damage here, 4.8k. It's the proc damage every 2 seconds. 4.8k plus 4k equals, well, almost a spammable. It's very close. Then if you drop anyone in execute, they just blow up, of course. So that's kind of the playstyle here. If you don't run Mage's Path, if you don't play this way, this set gets 0 value, because you just don't proc the pylons. You only proc them when you have Overload, basically, otherwise. But here it's 10% and 300 weapon spell elements. Low DPS, but... here it's 30k with close to normal. Wait, why is Crystal Weapon twice the damage? Oh, it's because it's Mage's Threat plus the monolith always. Right. It's like 16.8, 18.3. And the average hit is 13.6 for some reason, and 11.6 for the Crystal Weapon. And you always get the second hit as well, I think. If you rotate them. Can it outperform Max Medica? That's a good question. I have no answer to it. Bollywood run some back bar set here. Oh, oops, no weapon spellmas. Also, how many Sundered and Concussive we get? 13.9, it's probably not worth 20 status mythic. If I was to run 5-piece bag. %, you would get 7% from the status mythic. In other words, not worth. Even with the Overload. Could be Welling, could be some like Maras. I think maybe Maras makes the most sense. Because even the Maxhawk needed some defense. Or well, a lot of defense. Don't think it's any different here. But you don't spend that much time on the back bar either, though. You have Vigor on the front, Streak on the front. Ay. No idea what to do here. Rallying Cry. It just feels very meh in this patch. I don't know. So we run this on the Jewelry and... Jewelry and Weapon, and then we have some space still. Wait, can this be Agility now? You could run 1, 2, 3. Monoliths. Yeah, this could be Agility. Because the max time is pretty nice with the... the class mastery, but I'll be right back. And back. Need ideas and tools you can make new ChatGPT pics? No. Not again. Dienstag. Is that Tuesday in German? I'm guessing. Such an ugly set though. 200 weapon spell mass. Is it really worth it? I'll just lock in the rallying cry for now. Can I have one more light piece? This means a bit more pen than before. I guess we do impen. You still don't get to the crit cap. Even if you do impen next bats. Stay nerf the set overall. It's only like 15% crit mitigation or something like that. Okay, so what else we need? We need the greaves and shoulders. And there's a few options, not just agility, but there is another set we could try. We need to actually test if the off the damage gets the extra crit chance. Don't know if Monolith does, if it's considered a ranged dark damage ability. I don't think it is. But this set is basically plus 12% crit chance, something like that. Very underrated, I think. I'm gonna see if it works on Crystal Weapon and Mage's Rat at least. And armaments, I guess. Can sparse a bit and get the crit rate. That's most of your damage, right? Okay, that should be enough. So we have 44% crit chance, pretty decent actually already. Between 44, 51. Now with this we should have close to 60%. If it works. A few more and it should be enough. We have stem region on the Jubilee. It's more DPS. It's a pretty good sign. Well, let's see, so 63% definitely went up the light deck. Crystal weapon went up, so I guess it gets it's buffed by it. Bond damage did not go up that much, only 6%. Could be variance. More at 49. It was 35, so it gets buffed as well. According to this at least. Major Fat 69% crits, 52%. These crits look a lot better. I think we do Eagle Eye on the Jubilee. Some secret sauce. Why does high stamina, high magic not matter as much on update 50? Solely because of the class masteries? Wait, who said that? It does matter. Matters a lot on Sork, that's why you do Triune. And it's why we do Stam Mundus and why we do the max Stam CPU. It's because your max stats also scale your sustain as well. When you get 2% of your stats back. So for example, the Mundus, if you're using abilities every second, that would be 50 stem regions, something like that, on top of the max stem. You also get plus 6% from the... Actually no, you get plus 16%. So 2023 plus 16% as a Sork. Oh no, it's 21, right? Because you have the Pot Magic plus 10% and you have the Direct Summoning plus 5%. So plus 21% modifier. So we get 2.5k stamp from this. So let's say 2.5k minus 2%. We get 100 stamp reason as well from the Mundus. Which makes it more value than other Munduses basically. Overall, if you need to sustain, and I think we still need to sustain. But it depends on the class you play. Lots of the classes only have health scaling class masteries. Which is why you can see a lot of people with 50k health next patch. They also buffed things like the Heart of Flame on Decay has a lot better heal now that also scales based on health. So it's not just the class masteries, but also some ability changes and just people having a lot more damage with werewolves and whatnot. Next patch that requires the additional tankiness, I suppose. Okay, this looks like what we want. Eagle Eye, Rally Cry back bar, a monolith. I'm gonna fuck them. Doesn't matter against the dummy, but against players you want to use Mage's Fat every second global basically when on offense. Kinda fucked up again. Sustain wise there's no problem as long as you use both resources. Which is another reason why you want to use the Mage's Fat. The DPS is terrible though. What's the crit sense here? It's only 47 on the crystal weapon, maybe it doesn't get buffed. Didn't because see people putting 64 into health. You do on some builds, but you can also build around max magic. 23k only. Yeah, I wasn't really reapplying the curse and all of that though. And not using ulti. I forgot the buffs again, but get to like 30k, I guess, with the proper buff rotations. We have the 30k plus resistances on this. Yeah, there's no rallying cry damage either, that's true. Wait, I want to do this with the ult. It's nice doing 40k. It drops down to 35 when the ult's over. So it spikes to 40k during the overload. And we're missing rallying cry, but it's not gonna make the damage that much higher. So 32k-ish, we can try with the agility, see if it's more... It's gonna be more sustain. I don't think we need sustain though. Don't need those. Guilty only on Jewelry. You give up damage if you do it. And sustain. You could if you want one bigger hardened ward and more healing, then it's an option, but don't know if giving up the sustain and damage is worth it. It's only if you have survivability issues. Oh, I was missing the god damn it. Missing the weapon spellmask cliff again. $37, $35k on the back bar. 34, 32k on the front. With rallying cry, should be tanky. 42k health. I'm not keeping up the buffs or anything, just parsing. 40k without the ult, I don't think you can get there on anything but like werewolf or builds that can survive. What is this YouTube video? Movement tech? Oh, is this the speed jump to the wall? Oh, wait. How do you double streak? Is this new? thought they removed Shriek Jump. But Shriek Jump used to be in the game, but is it back again? How the fuck does this work? The bunny hop string. It doesn't let me shriek. Nope. Ping helps a lot. Okay, so not doable on BTS for sure. I don't know how you can do that, especially like reliably. It just doesn't let me start spamming the shriek right after doing the speed jump. Nah. It doesn't work on BTS at least. Okay, let's try to keep the buffs up this time. I could get more damage here, by the way, if I just spammed the crystal weapon. But in PvP you kinda want to... I couldn't cast the Hurricane there. You kinda wanna replace the pylons. Maybe you can just... If your opponent is like tanking in one place, maybe you can spam the crystal weapon, but... Then you don't get the second hit of the crystal weapon, so not sure if it's worth it. So you get this plus the Mage's Rat, plus the new monolith. 3.5k plus this is not spammable. But it's close to spammable. Shriek and jump. That's how it used to work. The old old shriek jump, but you can't do it anymore. Once every 2 seconds, yes, you need to do dark damage with a storm calling ability. Or every 5th tick of Hurricane. But you can't rely on that. I think a lot of people who tested Monolith on PTS, they had a build with like just Hurricane and Overload and... Like, no shit, it's gonna be terrible. You never have the pylons up. Of course it's gonna be bad. You have to run Mage's Rat. Or something like Liquid Lightning, but that's just giga clunky. Nothing else you can do. Can't rely on Overload only. Cycle of Rat and Crystal Weapon, yes, that's what I do. That's how you're supposed to play it, when people are moving around. Oops. So we got 28k there. Hey Lopi, how you doing? Mono hitting the same global cooldown as Mage's Rat. Works as spammable. Yeah, that's the idea. It's an insta-proc. Oh wait, damage done. So it didn't proc here? Why? Tier box. Oh, the first one doesn't do damage, right. So we proc the first one here, but you need 2 monoliths up to do damage. procs here, and even if the target was moving, it would do damage here. It actually does damage before the Mage's Wrath here. I think here it does 30 milliseconds after. It's impossible to get out of range. Is that worth it over another good proc set and actual spammable? You do have an actual spammable with the crystal weapon. If you rotate that with the Mage's Wrath, but... I think so, because you get a lot of value out of that. It's 4.2k 2k proc and the 300 weapon spell elements. You have like an automatic execute basically with the build. But you can also... Let's proc it here, for example. Need more dummies. It's also AoE, so in towers, for example. Like around this, it's gonna be AoE damage to everyone chasing you. Pylon AoE or same as Pylon Beam? It's an AoE. So if I have more dummies... Maybe there's better things for duels, but... For like outnumbered fights, I think it's gonna be really good. Because the damage is really solid. Wait, I can just buy the dummies, right? I don't think it matters which one. Buy like 5 of them. We can have an AoE dummy area here. So dual budgeting, not open world. No, I think it's even better in open world. It's AoE. If you're in a tower, for example, it's just gonna continuously do damage to people. Like half a spammable every 2 seconds. It lasts for 10 seconds. So you need to cast one crystal weapon every 10 seconds, and you have the area where it does damage, basically. And the weapon spell elements. Okay, so how do we place this? Put this here, let's put this here. Put this one here. A couple of them here. So the first one doesn't do damage, but once you get the second one... I guess the radius is kinda low, these are not getting damaged at all. These two do get damaged, it's like 3 meter radius apparently. But if you're in a tower, this should be doing a lot of damage. But yeah, that's kinda small area. And the beam is gonna do damage too, but things like 3 meter radius. Can all treat Pylon AoE proc on the same target per damage instance. Yeah, you can do 1, 2, 3 like that. But they only do damage every 2 seconds per target. Wait a second, what the hell? Okay, I thought I saw more numbers there. Maybe it was like concussed procs or something. Let's get through the weapon spell damage as well. Yeah, but this is the Bowsork. I think the melee one is probably a bit more reliable. Still save this though. I can show the max sock I made. I think you like open world a lot, Tulopi, next bets. Velv Sork or Max Magic Sork for open world, yeah. I think so. Unless you feel like playing something different like Stam Sork, then you can try some like the Bow Sork there. Or the melee Breaking Blow build or Diswing build. Is there people here? Still the same too. Let's go to Icy again. Want to be in a tower with the 90% being werewolves? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. It opens up a bit more diversity again for once, unless you're a Nightblade. Yeah, Nightblade's kinda screwed, but maybe for Nightblade there's something that works. Some kind of bomber, for example, with Soul Cleaver. Soul Cleaver is more damage than ever. You get 15% and then you get the 12%, so you get instead of 21%, you get 27% for your Tether. So maybe the good old Ross of Agony bomber could be something. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think if you cast, if you block tap and you cast Teleport Strike from block, it should give you the dodge during that. You can't get CC during the cast. And then if you hold block and you cast the Tether, you're gonna be dodging attacks when you do the Tether. And if you dodge anything, it's 5% damage taken on the target. And then you have the execute passive. So maybe that has some potential, but need to test it. The Soul Cleaver is also gonna be a lot more damage on the bow procs and whatnot. Just a free 12% damage done compared to before. But yeah, this is the max Sork. You have a few options. You can do max Magicka and run like only one shield. You can have a permanent 7k shield every 3 seconds, which I think is probably gonna work better, even though it has less damage. Or you can do the Font of Power, of course. And the old school BRP Resto is actually interesting, because you hide the Resto shield behind the Class Mastery. You have major breach on the Soul Will. So this should be interesting. We still do the Curse. I probably want to move this to here, I guess. I can move this here. Don't be shield stack meta. I tried to avoid that. You can stack shields, you can do the Hardened Ward and Conti, for example. I hate that though. I hate casting shields and then you have like 2 seconds to do damage and just giga boring. This is an automatic shield. 7k in PvP. It's without the DDF stacked. And without the TT Major Vitality. Hey Sekabet, how you doing? What's your name in game? Just that DC MVS. Can do some duels if you want. I wanna test the I wanna test this Max Sork if I can actually be tanky on this finally. Just 20k shield alone was not enough. Against Werewolf at least. Stack the DDF here. Do you play charged weapons on Werewolf? Yes, always charged. So you want to run Shattered Bats. Silver Sword better? I think you want Hardened, at least. You don't have to run like multiple shields, but Hardened does have a heal again behind him. So you always get the Dark Magic heal. So I think it's the best heal option. Most of the time at least. If you run Static Reverberation for some reason, then you probably want to run Healing Soul. Because you get the Blood Magic heal from the Healing Soul as well. But the other passives, this one is only from Sork abilities or abilities with a cast time. And this one is only on damage shields, so... makes a lot of sense to run Hardened. What's the damage in comparison to a self with normal damage sets? It was alright with Font of Power, but I need to test it on the dummy actually. Can check the damage. I have 32k shields right now. Just the automatic shield Hardened and Healing Ward. It's without the DDF stacked either, even. So all of this and how much armor? 34 back bar, 31. But it's probably still gonna die to werewolves. That's the craziest thing. Or at least Warden Werewolf. Try to do something with Roller Sork. It could be interesting if you can just go giga high max them. Yeah, 67k Magicka, 6k damage. Yeah, but that's with Font of Power. Then you don't get the automatic 7k shield on you. I'm gonna check the DPS we have on the dummy. It's without frags. It's just spammable and curse basically. Infinite sustain will be pure balance. I did those yesterday on my Sork Werewolf, and I never drop below 75% resources. I checked the CMX after. My health against the Templar, 75%, never drop below that. Stamina, never drop below 75. Magicka, never drop below 75. It's just absolutely broken. What is this doing here? Permissions? Oh, I'll fix that. There you go. Need to move this somewhere. This was not supposed to be there. Okay, so the Bowsword was doing 30k if we had the Overload and whatnot. Let's see how much we get with the Magicka stack. It is 40k damage right now. Even without the Font of Power. Okay, 30k now. 34k. It just sucks not having frags. But yeah, it's not super high damage, but maybe the tankiness makes up for it. Can try against Sekabet. Missing the burst, yeah. I mean, you can try to time the curse with the streak and a shocking soul, but that's decent damage if he has CPs. Maybe another curse in 1 second. Also haven't used the ultis yet. Okay. I did stack the DDF there. Soaking Soul is 3k. Why is this so much damage? Or why does it feel like much damage when it's not? I think it was 5k, 6.3. Didn't crit though. Ice Comet non-crit 7.3. We have to run the rest back power. Against werewolves? I think so. Do you want to heal up? Like how are you gonna heal up without the... Like you only have the dark magic heal and crit surge. I think you're gonna have to. Rose, how you doing? Wolves is just a different chapter now. Looks so broken from what people have been shown in Discord. It is it's very, very broken. Sork Werewolf at least. Warden as well in duels is just insane damage. In duels it's still sustainable, but I think Open World, Sork Werewolf is on another level of broken. Because you get a heal every time you dodge soul from the class mastery. You have infinite sustain with like 42k health and... I hate these delays on videos. The thing is, we feel tanky against the DK, but against the werewolf, my health would be gone already. Would be spamming dodge souls to try and survive and... Here we haven't really needed to use the healing ward. We are also running out of magicka. This is concerning. Considering that we're supposed to get like 1300 magicka back every cast. Our stam is full constantly. So actually dark conversion would be a good thing to run here, but don't have space for it. Unless I drop the healing ward, but then what do you run back for? The ancient grace? Okay, let me try that. So I'm running out of stam here. Try physical soul wield. That is another option. Hopefully the stam sustains enough. Let me check. We have 1k magicka per second. We have 200 stam per second. It's just gonna be this on stamina instead. I think we run out of stam doing that. So those get us the minor berserk, but I don't think it's too useful. Also you lose dark on value because you always get the bot magic anyway. The healing value of the skill is kinda less than it was. I don't know. We have already 4 lights. It's not like I can get cost reductions that way. Could try clockwork, but we don't have the major in the from bots, so we don't get that good value out of clockwork. We could have, wait, I do have crit with the inner line, right? Saying we could have armaments here, but... Why is this so unsustainable? Can't you outcut werewolves in open world? Yes, you can just do this basically and no problem, but I think it has to, for the stamp sustain I think it has to be the, or max sustain I think it has to be Dakon. Even though it feels wrong. And then I guess we do Ancient Grace back bar as well. Could do a bow to get the expedition. If we do a major breach on the... Oh wait, no we can't. Can't do that anymore. But we have no space for LSS. So we lose major vitality doing this. But maybe it's fine because we didn't cast it there. But then again, like if you fight a werewolf you're gonna need it, so... This is tricky. Guess we try that. Just Ancient Grace I guess and just no major vitality. Whatever. I think the sustain is a problem because of the banner. But if you don't run banner, then you don't get the damage shield every 3 seconds. It's 200 more. It's mostly shocking, so... Oof. This been a... like sustain issue was not on my bingo card. Elven, how you doing? Hello. How big is the banner shield under Battle Spirit? It's 7k. You always get 7k shield. So you get the War Maid's shields every 3 seconds, and then you get the Sphere of Influence. I mean, I can play the other build, the normal build with tracks, and tracks also help with sustain because it's half a cost basically. And I'm just worried about the survivability on this, because we could not survive against the werewolf. And then we do Font of Power. This even gives you sustain actually, the shield. Or it's supposed to give you sustain. Okay, hold on, let me switch this to... what we had previously. Sphere of Influence doesn't work on the banner when you try it, only on the initial cast. No, it works. It does work on every time it represses the damage shield, you get the Sphere of Influence as well. I did try that. Okay, so this is the squishy version. Let's see how much of a difference there is. Sustain is better because we can go for the frags, and the LSS have free cast basically. But you can see the tankiness difference, right? So I can't heavy attack, what the fuck? No, we can. Can try to time the... should we probably block another frag here? You're still running out of magic, I don't like that. You're supposed to run out of magic only if you're spamming the Ardent Ward and Streak, not when you use your spammable. Or doing an offensive rotation. I guess never gonna be enough damage. And that's with the font of power too. Like surprising how similar the damage fell. Make it make sense, we actually have more damage here before. On the shocking soul at least. Even though there's a lot more spell damage. Like the average damage was higher. On the curse 6.1, 3.6, 7.5, it does go up here. But not by a lot, it's like 10%. Maybe 20 on the crit. I kinda prefer the Sphere of Influence though. It just feels infinitely tankier. You can also proc it with this passive though. So we could try to block tap every ability and refresh it every weave basically, but... Is that better than just having it automatically cast every 3 seconds? Should also get the normal banner shield behind it as well. But a construction enchant on jewelry. Nah, I don't want to go that route. Or we give up damage. Not if I can avoid it. Is there any Psych ability I could run? That we don't really want to cast. We just need it on the bar. I mean, I could do... Crystal Weapon, Shocking Soul, or Crushing Weapon. Let's get the major breach from that. Vitality here. And now you're spending stamina and magicka. And maybe it's sustainable. There's no frags though, but... Maybe that's worth it. Because now anytime I tap block, you see the shield, right? Just have to block tap as much as I can. Wait. No, I'm missing something. I don't need the LSS if I do crystal weapon, crushing weapon. Don't need that. What do I run there then? Do I just do the Black Rose? Just run physical spamble, ductile. No, I don't want to run ductile. Don't like it. If you get interrupted or like you have some werewolf jump on you and you're dog dealing, you're just dead. If you're in that position. I think the main issue was that I was just full stam, right? Spending all your... Only magic on the damage is the problem. If I can vary it up and get crossing weapons, then maybe it works. Just remember to block tap. It's kinda annoying, but... It's good practice for Nightblade, I guess. I'm doing that on that character. Feels weird to play. But look at my Magicka now, it's much better. Just have to not cast the crossing weapon too often now, I guess. Just every now and then. Wait, is it 10 seconds on the bridge or 5? I thought it was like 5 seconds or something. And we're out of stem. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of this either. Didn't combo that properly. I should have the curse, the crossing weapon and not do a light attack. Also, one problem with the crossing weapon is that we... Actually no, there's no problem, right? If we block tap, still get a shield. I was gonna say it's not a shock ability, so it doesn't give us the shield, but it's still their passive. Also, why do I have 2 major vitalities? Because I have the healing ward on the back bar. Could also be race against time. But then I don't have the stam spammable to spend. We still have a combo soon. Which I have not practiced, so... We'll see how that goes. There's also the option of doing overload on the back bar for sustain, do energy overload. It's probably the easiest way to pick sustain. Get the buffs up. Let's wait for the second hit of curse, I guess. I missed the streak there. God damn it. So roots are pretty annoying. We need to refresh the first term. I'll check the defensive values of this. I wonder how much we get from the little damage shield that we have. Okay, it's not it. Maybe the second hit. Nah, it's too slow. We don't have cities on this, so we can still block damage, so the block tapping, even though you don't block damage done to damage shields, is still valuable to some degree, I guess. Also, what time is it? It's 8, I have my PV in 20 minutes. Okay, this is probably enough info. Let's see how... How that did, very low DPS. Crushing weapon is 4.2, 4.2k max, super low damage, but what can you do? No crits on the Ice Comet. I mean, I would say that's pretty good value. Oh, for healing. That's decent. How much was it with the banner? 35. So it's better with the block tapping, I guess, or about the same. I guess I was block tapping with the banner as well. That's kinda stupid though. Overheal, not against werewolf. Not against werewolf. It's only 4k HPS. I have 6k on my decay. That feels like I struggle surviving. Don't know about crossing weapon. Then duals you will need this time for dorsal. Yeah, and I had two major vitalities there. I could have the major breach on the Shogun Soul. Because I do like the idea of not running LSS. I'm fucking tired of that. Tired of LSS. But I also didn't have to place too much defense there. Which does mean that I probably get less HPS to do that than you would have otherwise. It's also 10-second breach instead of 5-second. I don't know why that's 5 seconds. A lot of these abilities are very outdated. But you do need a Seek ability on the front, and you need the Ice Comet for the max magica. And the combo, basically. So if you do it like this, then this still needs to be... still needs to be here, but maybe it's 11 weapon instead. Or maybe... just race against time, even though it's only minor force basically. But I can get rid of roots with that, I guess. Okay, let's try one more, just a quick duel. Left the PV soon. I think it's gonna be again like just max sustain issues, right? But maybe not, because I don't have the banner anymore. I mean, for open world this should be really solid. You have a lot of mobility without streak. And you're not fighting DKs with wings most of the time. Or well, maybe you are, but as long as it can survive a werewolf, it should be fine. Like, that's the main concern. Because there's gonna be people who will jump on you and maybe you're outnumbered and you didn't manage to kite properly for 1 second. You have like 2 werewolves jump on you. How are you gonna survive that? If you just go full damage, you can't. You're just gonna die. And it is going to happen in open world. Not that you die, I mean also that, but that you will have situations where you have no chance of surviving. It's like such a minor mistake you make. Okay, we can, like, if you get everything correctly, if you line up the burst and everything crits, maybe you can kill a 40k health DK. Like, maybe it is doable. But you need a lot of crit luck, basically. I think Sekabesson are kind of tanky built too, like open world DKs won't be running hot and home for the extra heals. I do feel like I'm gonna running out of resource here though, after a while. But, I mean, we can always do heavies, right? Let's get the magicka back. I just would rather not do heavies. Because you have to do like billion heavies to actually get your, all of your magicka back. Okay, so quite enough, I think. Losing frag seems a bit wild. Yeah, but how can you fit it in? Sphere of influence is crazy though. $1,600. God damn it. It's the shocking soul. Do I need the fucking cost reduction? Don't wanna do cost reduction. 4k SPS. Didn't cast the hardened ward too many times, right? Also, Sekabet's running a Pybrand, Wildfire. What's your other set, Sekabet? What do you run besides Pybrand? So I think I did Pybrand and Maras. Oh, you have Droken, so you have more damage than my DK even. It says 500 DPS, but I think it doesn't count the damage done to shields. So Healthcraft? Sure. As we get leaped here, we get stunned by the leap, whipped, we drop to 50%. Then back up. So health is fine, but... just goes down. Stamina's kind of fine. We drop below 25 here, I think CC and we're blocking on the front or something. Didn't block a lot of damage because of the shields, right? We did block up a lot. But only for the broken passive. It's another broken passive, Sork has a lot of them. This should not work on Psych passive, that's stupid. Okay, one more thing. Did I do 4K DPS? 2.7 it says. What do you mean you had 4K DPS? Because I can believe that. If you're Draken, Vibrant, that's all of damage. 1700, so it's not a low damage build. But it's also not Werewolf. Wait, okay, just do some damage to me. I'll show some funny trick here. This should not be possible. This is stupid. Sauce, fix it. I have a broken Vibrant Decay parsing on me. And I'm spamming block button. Hello? Sauce? I should probably cast the Chris Search because I can't actually heal. If I do Hurricane and Crit Search, I could like have some coffee here and just chill and spam the RMB. Yeah, Zero Hayuden. It's pretty goofy. It's one way to put it. Okui Hayuden. Balams, yes. Yeah, that's stupid. So stupid. Like you already get 20k shield with this passive. This passive, if you do spam Hardened, I think it's like plus 30% shield size. Or something like that. Is this in... No, it's 7k in PvP too, right? How is this real? Ask Sauce. You have to ask Sauce. Then what's up, bunny? Half in PvP. Okay, let me check the shield size. I'll just let me tap the block there because I didn't actually pay attention to the number. You also get the Psych passive though, but only for like value block. So it is actually half in PP, or is it? I still get 5k. Then gave it the low and block them. Hey, Shuttle, how you doing? Talk about how back True Swan ganking will be next patch. Wait, True Swan? Why True Swan? Oh, I missed something. Oh, wait, let me just check the shield size. I need to see if it actually ignores Battle Spirit or something. It's 5k in PvP, 5.2k the DDF stacked. I think that's an accurate number. So if your hardened is like, let's say, without the major vitality, it's probably like 15k, right? Okay, we have some dot on us still. 5.2k. The hardened is 21k. I don't know if I can drop this unless I drop out of combat. Can I get out of combat in duel? No, right? Maybe? I'll just get the font of power, whatever. I just want to see how much of a boost in shield strength that is, even without the cheese block tapping. I need to stack up my DDF and I have fucking 8 minutes until my raid. I've got a speedrun. Stuck in combat. Oh no. Why? Some target time get attacked or? Okay, out of combat now. Poke that macro. You could actually macro that. Maybe first time a macro is useful in the history of this game. Okay, so now I get 15.8 with the DDF stacked. We have 30 DDF stacks. So it is 30% more shield strength, even without the cheese. If instead of 15k shield, you get 30k. And it's even more on the healing ward. Healing ward is like 6k. Doubles the shield size, basically. It protects the healing ward behind the other shield, so you get the full value heal as well. Anyway, I have to log off here. Does this work with the mod set from Ice Reach? It doesn't work with the item sets, as far as I know. And it also doesn't work with... what else did I test? I tested the... so it works with Banner. The damage shield from that works with any script, I think, that provides a damage shield. So in any skill, but it didn't work with... there was some other passive, I think, that gave you a damage shield. Oh, it didn't work with the CP passive. I tried this one. When you begin bracing, you gain a damage shield that absorbs 6k damage, but just quickly show it. So if you have that and you start blocking, you only get the normal damage shield from the CP. You see, like, it's on a cooldown as well. Just 5.9k shield. Also, by the way, Wrathful Strike's probably not the best CP for this. Ice Stuff heavy. I don't have an Ice Stuff, but that should probably block it. Would be surprised if it doesn't. Now if I have this 6 skill on the front... And wait, I didn't have the passive. Fuck. So you can see the shield here, we have 6.6k shield. And didn't work with this when I tested. You only get the 5.9k shield. And it's going very fast. So that doesn't work, but... maybe it's still worth running the CP, not sure. Because probably stacks with the other ones. 6k shield every 10 seconds. Nah, it's probably not worth it. The Shieldmaster passive, there's no cost to it, so I don't know what this would do. It raises cost a few hardened. But the shield is free, just tap block. You can tap block every 0.3 seconds for the damage shield. Anyway, I'm gonna find someone to raid. I'm almost late from the Pve. Let's see who's streaming at this time. Emerke is still streaming. Raid Emerke. Thanks for now. See you all tomorrow. I didn't do any BDs today. I was supposed to do some BDs too, but tomorrow we'll try to do some BDs. A socials link there. Have a good one. Until next time.